Me, I remember when I first heard it. I lived on a planet called Gludok, in the Inna system, which we call Sirius. My task was to check that the infrastructure of my neighborhood, on the outskirts of Shai Road, the capital, worked well, a kind of spokesperson and technician. Each cycle, we had to resort to the central building to share the news in a kind of agora. The image most similar to this today could be like the Senate of the Republic from the movie Star Wars. Shai Road was one of the most important centers of the Galactic Confederation, and from time to time, representatives from different worlds would gather there to discuss the disharmonious states. At that time I had no memory, I did not remember other lives or anything like that. I only dedicated myself to attending to the needs of my region as a normal job. And it was during one of our frequent meetings that I was able to witness one of the great gatherings among the spokesmen from other worlds. Those days were intense, for one could watch and hear people from other worlds speak. And then someone interrupted the session. "Sir, they have arrived," the secretary said to the House representative. "Don't interrupt me," she replied without looking at him, but the secretary insisted. "Sir, it's important, it's the Trevits. I am, guardians of the Protiktah." Me, everyone was silent, and these beings entered through the main hall. His appearance was that of an alien triceratops, walking straight with the calmness of an almost heavenly monk. The image of their bodies with the energy they emanated was very contrasting and contradictory, since from the human vision they could seem somewhat like dinosaurs, although in reality they were not beasts, but rather angels. There were beings from many worlds, all of high rank, and yet their presence led to total silence. They were the guardians of the technology that had made it possible for everyone to sit there in the same room. So what they said would change the circumstance of our daily activities, and perhaps, although back then for us it was one of many thousands in development, it would also change the history of Earth. The rupture of the center is more and more abrupt, and we will not be able to contain the harmony for much longer, they said. Me, what exactly happened that day? Dimensions are extensions or perceptions of the same reality. In order for you to understand it better, we could compare it to your physical body. Imagine that each dimension is like one of your organisms or biological systems. In such a case, we could compare the cutaneous system with the first dimension, which is one and contains everything. The reproductive system with the second dimension, which polarizes and generates. The third dimension would be the excretory system and part of the digestive, since it processes and assimilates nutrients from density. The fourth dimension will be the digestive system, which dissolves matter in different processes. The circulatory system will be the fifth dimension, while the bone and muscular system is the sixth. The seventh will be related to the endocrine system, the eighth dimension will be the respiratory system, and the ninth the nervous. You will be able to see all the systems have different tasks and perspectives, which collaborate with each other, interact, but remain in your system, despite being part of a whole. Third-dimensional beings play a fundamental role in nourishing other systems, and others cause the latter to receive what is necessary to distribute nutrients through the circulatory. Thus you will understand that the third dimension that you inhabit is like an organ of a greater body, which fulfills a specific function for the life of this organism. But there are times when one of the dimensions breaks this pattern, and decides to expand to consume the energy of the other systems. Me, Cancer. A tumor. I am, that's right. This creates an interdimensional rift in which entities from other systems begin to consume cells of different levels. Me, wow, now I understand much better what are demonic possessions, invasions of worlds, abductions, and so many things that happen dark that are not understood. I am, seen from biology. You will understand that a cancer cell is a cell that lost harmony and does not remember its purpose, so it needs to consume the energy of others to survive and feel that it is advancing. This spreads like a disease, consuming sectors of its dimension, and sometimes, metastasizing. Me, which comes from the Greek meta, beyond, and stasis, action of being in a place. That is, it leaves its place to be distributed in places far from its origin. I am, these energies consume everything around them, and traverse the interdimensional channels entering other worlds in a subtle and invisible way. Throughout history they have been known by various names: evil entities, demons, voodoo cultures, incubi, dark egregores, monstrous creatures, energetic viruses. All of them distort matter, generating unconsciousness, loss of sense, need for survival, may the energy of creation be lost in destruction, which nourishes your bodies throughout the interdimensional tissues. But like all diseases, no one can heal it from the outside, it can only be done from the inside. A doctor cannot save a life if it does not want to be healed from within. The vibration of the body depends on the consciousness of its cells, not of the tools or knowledge of the doctor. Me, I think what you just said is very key to understanding why aliens or beings of light cannot intervene in our world, no matter how much it is taken by these entities. Only we can do it. I am, and they knew it from the beginning. The Trevitts announced that cancer cells from other dimensions would be spreading towards the third dimension, and that they would soon affect the portal of the Orion Nebula. Me, if they went through Orion, they would enter our stellar neighborhood. I am, putting the harmony of the Confederacy in check. How do you solve a disease in your body? Me, through the immune system. I am, what does this system do? Me, it drives white blood cells and proteins capable of identifying external agents that do not belong to the physical system of the body, and in a fast way, some commit suicide by allowing themselves to be trapped by the virus or bacteria, in order for the body to recognize the genetics it possesses. Thus, the following proteins will be able to absorb the distorted DNA inside them and produce new proteins capable of recognizing and tolerating the virus. Thus, they begin to multiply in large numbers per second, looking for viruses and bacteria in every corner of the body. I am. These globules and proteins of the cosmos are known as the White Brotherhood, the interdimensional immune system. They are dedicated to traveling to sick worlds and preparing individuals as proteins that recognize the virus and can use their DNA to transform it. Me, and to achieve this, those beings must incorporate the virus into their being. I am, you must learn from him, live with him, have him inside, experience his darkness. If you don't, you won't be able to identify or help others to identify you. Me, it makes sense why many beings of light come to live dark and painful lives, guided by the White Brotherhood. I am. The Trevets said it was imminent that the developing worlds would be taken over by this virus, and therefore these worlds must immediately recognize how the virus worked in its primary developmental stage. Me. And how did they do it? I am. Guiding the virus to those worlds. And then being born in them. Me. How? I am. The Galactic Confederation devised a plan. On the one hand, the White Brotherhood would be in charge of recognizing the worlds with evolutionary potential that were affected by the virus that would cross Orion. On the other hand, the Galactic Command was created, led by beings who would be in charge of ordering the harmony of these worlds and protecting them from possible invasions. But his main goal was to take care of the world farmers. Me. Who were they? I am. Beings from different worlds that collected genetic potential from their planets to protect them in the hibernations of the galaxy, worlds like Earth. The geneticists sowed the seeds in animals and plants, allowing many souls from their worlds to anchor there. Me. How does it work? I am. Souls are compounds of energy that constitute the memory of cells. Souls are usually linked to the genetics of a group, and above all they move through the same planet through different species. Souls are usually born in one world or another only if something carries its energetic material between them, either by an explosion, an asteroid, or comet that scatters minerals from one world to another, perhaps through stardust, or intelligent beings deposit this stuff on other worlds. That is why they are farmers. Me. That is to say that in a certain way, it is not that they came to sow worlds to reap us and bring our fruits to their own, but rather that they came to sow themselves to be able to be born here, on Earth, and expand their capacities, and become tested against the virus. I am, and the only way to do it was in the past. Me. What? I am, what we talked about the first day. The only possible communication between certain worlds and others is through time, and therefore, physical communication from one world to the other is always in relation to the past, because what the light shows you from a star is not what happens now but what happened at the time that light left that world. Me. So the aliens from the arm of Orion seeded their own souls in the past of our world so that they themselves could recognize the diseased stem cells and from within, like the immune system, be able to heal. That is why they do not usually come directly, because they live inside us. It is us. I am. You are the ancestors of the aliens. Me. Wow. In Capilla del Monte, at the 11/11 reunion of November 2018, one of them said just this, that we were their ancestors, and they speak with us from the future to heal their past in the same way that we do family constellations and those therapies. I am, what you call constellation therapy, for them a constellation is literal. Thus, they have come to this world in many forms, sowing many seeds, entering through many portals depending on their level of vibration. The first to be sent were the most dense, those that already had the virus inside. They are the proteins that recognize the virus and have been consumed by it. Me. Like who? I am, Greys, reptilians, Anunnaki. However, you usually consider them bad, when they are not. They are cells consumed by a great distortion. And some of them have managed to heal. There were Greys who helped human advancement in their technological development. There were reptilians who helped humans develop the potential of their souls. There were Anunnaki who helped humans develop their minds and civilization. And remember, they were part of the first seeds. They all live in you. Me. And how do I heal them? How do I join them? I am, the Trevitz explained it. The same way the Confederacy expands, Protiktah. This structure is a cube, a hexahedron, therefore it has 4 vertices above and 4 below connected by 12 edges, 2 squares, 1 below and 1 above, connected by 4 pillar lines. The Protiktah cube, the blue energy, is a box that contains the power to bend time and space. Remember that time has 4 processes and space has 4 directions. You can call them in many ways, but the main ones for time are expression, experimentation, integration and transcendence. While for space they are front, back, left and right. They can rotate in sense, and for time become born, grow, reproduce and die. And for space north, south, east and west. The 4 lines that connect time and space are called solstices and equinoxes, spring, summer, fall, and winter. This box is the unification of all the processes of being, and awakens the light of consciousness, the universe, the cosmic essence. It is what you call Merkabah. A cube is made up of 2 tetrahedra, remember them? Me, yes, one pointing upwards representing the positive with a triangular base that reflects the vertices of vibration, energy, and matter, manifesting itself in reality. While the second with its vertex downwards in negative, projects its trinity up in the vertices of love, wisdom, and will. I am, for this, different alien species will give you tools for each of these 6 attributes from the positive and negative view of the universe. And when you have integrated the 6, on its axis, in the north and south pole, you can activate the Protiktah. Me. North and south of the individual and north and south of the earth. I guess. I am, and in the center the seed that unites all of them. In the first place, it is important to note that we are another extension of them there, we are the same cells that have decided to transform to heal themselves. And the earth is a stem cell. If the earth manages to heal the virus, it means that the entire galaxy will be able to replicate the cells of the Earth on other worlds. Me. Wait, what you are saying is very strange, because you talk about if the Earth manages to heal the virus, what is happening with the COVID, is it a reflection? I am, it is proof of something much bigger. In 2019 we told you that a virus would be implanted in the world so that another virus could release them. This is something that happens in many dimensions, and this year the worlds are aligning. That is why you must activate the Protiktah, the Atlantean cross. Me, the Atlantean cross? This is what the Yosoy project was going to be called when I started it before 2015. I am, it's the same. The Atlantean cross is the Protiktah, contained by the Southern Cross and the Northern Cross, Cygnus. In this constellation is the pole star from the beginning of Atlantis as a great civilization, the enormous star Deneb. Atlantis was to build this Protiktah through the geography and geometry of the Earth, aligned between the constellation Cygnus, the Northern Cross, and the southern constellation called Crux. That was the axis that activated the divine cube on Earth, the planetary network. And since then, From different worlds we have been receiving the messages at different levels. Me. Channelings, contacts, crop circles, abductions, angelic messages. I am everything to order the great quantum machinery that is the stem cell or interdimensional ship called Earth. Me. I will never look at signals in the same way again. It makes sense to me now, the Atlantean cross. It is the constellation that they followed in order to activate the Protiktah of the Earth and begin to correct the error, the virus, that at this time we are living is a reflection to awaken this memory. I am, the virus is driving you away from each other, and it can continue to do so if instead of believing that the connection is in touch, you remember that unity is within each one. The seed that the ancestors and future sowed in you. Me. We are cosmic proteins developing the immune system of the universe. We are materialized consciousness living in a sick world that if healthy will be able to restore harmony in the galaxy. I am. Now you must decide if your intention, your word will keep you crucified in this reality, and will activate the crosses that open the gates of time and space. Me. The time portal, February 2nd, 2020 equals February 2nd, 2020, and the space portal, February 22nd, 2022 equals February 22nd, 2022. Today marks 1 year since the opening of the first part. From the first 4 vertices of the cube, the second part begins today, the 4 of space. I am, speak your truth to the heavens, free yourself from the cross of time, and only then can you manifest your truth on the cross of space. Me. Aquarius begins like this. I am, the truth will set you free. Me. I am the seed of the universe, in every way. I am a spirit in an alien living a human experience. I am, Earth is the key to open the blue box that will illuminate the galaxy. Inspire, and discover it in yourself. Become the key, and you will open the universe. That is your story.